So if you do this over and over and over again, even though you don't want to do it, right? Like when you go work out on the days that you don't feel like it, or, you eat that healthy meal instead of going to get McDonald's, all of those decisions require discipline, right? And so every time you do it, it gets easier and easier and easier. Yo, what's going on, gang? It's your girl, Coach Mars, on your timeline again, here to help you shoot for Mars and land amongst the stars with your fitness goals, okay? If you love the content that I'm dishing out on this channel, go ahead and click subscribe. Also, too, once you're finished watching this video, let me know what you think of the content down there, okay? Leave me a comment. Also, a like will help out the channel as well, so I appreciate you in advance for all the love and support, okay? Today's topic is going to be the 4 mindset tools, the 4 mind muscles that you need to build for fat loss in order to keep your results in the long term, okay? I'm all about the permanent results over here, fam. Today, by the end of this video, you're gonna know the 4 mental muscles that you need to build up. You're gonna know what it looks like when you do not have strength in these mind muscles, and you're going to know what exactly you need to do in order to start building and strengthening these muscles on a mental level, okay? So just know that I have spent 6 to 8 years really focusing on this because my mindset and my emotional health was not where it needed to be, okay? And that's actually what started my fitness journey. I got into weightlifting and I got into coaching for my mental health and for my emotional health. If that's something that you're experiencing too, and you're trying to focus on your depression or your anxiety or your mental health or your emotional eating, let me know in the comments so that we can connect, so that you feel supported. By the end of this video, if you feel like you need some support or you need some help building these up within yourself, check the description box below, okay? I do some free consultations, and I'd love to connect with you and talk about how we can work together, okay? But let's get into our 4 mental muscles. So, mental muscle number 1 is going to be discipline, okay? Discipline, in my opinion, is the highest form of self-love. Highest form, period, point blank. When you truly love something, when you truly love somebody, disciplining them is just a byproduct, right? For example, parents love their children, right? They love their kids. So as their child grows up, they try to discipline that child to keep them safe, to keep them healthy, and to keep them happy, right? So if you would do that for your child without even thinking about it, right? Why don't you do that for yourself? Yeah, let that sink in. We have to level up how we love ourselves and how we take care of ourselves, okay? This is why I always say the weight loss journey is a healing journey, is a healing process, because you have to relearn how to give a shit about yourself, how to prioritize yourself, right? And how to love yourself and pour into your own cup. Discipline is one of those things. This is how you pour back into your own cup. Building discipline is a muscle, okay? And just like your real muscles, it takes time, it takes challenge, and it takes consistency, okay? So let's talk about how to build some discipline. When I'm working with my clients, we practice building discipline through commitment, okay? And commitment just means that they say out loud or they write down what they're going to do, and then we practice with the follow through, right? We practice them actually doing what they say they're gonna do, okay? So if you do this over and over and over again, even though you don't want to do it, right? Like when you go work out on the days that you don't feel like it, or, you eat that healthy meal instead of going to get McDonald's, all of those decisions require discipline, right? And so every time you do it, it gets easier and easier and easier. Somebody for like me who's been trying to work on the discipline for 8 to 10 years, well, now doing a hard workout isn't very challenging for me, right? I don't feel like working out, but yeah, it'll be fine. I always feel better after doing a workout, so I know that now and I can just do it. But it took practice for me to push through those tough emotions and go, okay, I'm tired, I don't feel motivated today, but you know what? I love myself and I want myself to have all the things that I want. And one of the things that I really want is a banging body, right? I want to be healthy and happy. So I'm going to do this for me, even though I don't feel like doing it right now. That's how you build your discipline. So practice commitment, write it down in your planner, tell somebody about it, and then follow through and take action. Number two is going to be focus, okay? This is not something that's talked about a lot in the fitness industry. So I'm going to be the one to break the ice, okay? Focus is a requirement, Okay, and I don't mean like focus like, you being able to stare at something for 5 minutes or you being able to work for 8 hours straight. I mean, you being able to focus on the 24 hours in front of you, and that's it, right? You're not focusing on tomorrow. You're not focusing on what you screwed up yesterday. You're not focusing on what somebody else is doing. You're literally only focused on making the right choices in the 24 hours that you have. That's challenging, right? Especially when you have work and you have family and you have to drink water and you have to eat healthy and you have to exercise, right? You have to do all the things. So dialing in your focus on just one or two things every day is going to make it so much easier for you to be successful. Okay, this is why having a fitness coach is super helpful as well, because having a professional in your corner who knows what habits are going to move you the furthest and what's going to help you make the most progress is going to help you save time and cut down on the mistakes and cut down on the trial and error, right? Somebody who comes to me for help and they go, Coach, I don't know what to do, but I want to lose 30 pounds, right? I can go, okay, we're going to focus on getting a personalized calorie intake. We're going to focus on increasing your total daily movement, and we're going to focus on managing your stress and creating some routines to help you sustain this lifestyle, right? That's 3 things, just 3, right? So on a day-to-day basis, all they may have to do is track their eating and go for a walk, right? That's all they have to focus on for those 24 hours. And that is way easier than trying to just focus on losing 30 pounds, right? Or try to focus on all the things. It can get overwhelming super quick. So focusing on 1 or 2 things and being present for 24 hours for that day will allow you to master your habits on a daily basis. Habit change and habit formation is what creates permanent results, people. These are major keys right here, okay? So if you're taking notes, write that down. Focus allows me to create sustainable long-term results. So how do we build focus, Coach? How am I supposed to do this? Especially if you have ADHD brain like I do, it's hard to focus on 1 or 2 things every day. It feels like you have so many things to focus on, right? So building your focus comes from using reminders, okay? I like to use visual reminders. I have a calendar. I have a little whiteboard over here. I also use my phone to send me reminders as well, but I use those to kind of grab my attention throughout the day. In the morning, I need to check on my clients, right? So I have a reminder in my phone that goes off every day at the same time that says, hey, check on your clients, okay? I also have a workout timer that goes off every day at 5 p.m. Whether I feel like working out or not, that reminder is there that says, hey, we have a workout to do. Don't lose focus, right? So having something to help you recenter and refocus your mind every day is going to help you stay on track. It's going to help you make the right decisions every day. Find something that will grab your attention and jolt you back into the present moment, okay? Number 3 is one of my favorites. This one is actually taking me some time to cultivate and build within myself. But now that I have it, whoo, you can't tell me shit. I can get through anything. Can't nothing break me. I'm unbreakable. Number 3 is resilience, okay? And resilience, like any other muscle, has to be built up over time. But I define resilience as how well you're able to take care of yourself as you work through challenge and as you go through hard times, okay? A lot of people struggle with depression, anxiety, myself included in the past, because we don't take care of ourselves, right? The first thing that goes out the window when we're going through some shit is our self-care. We stop eating, we stop getting the right amount of sleep, we stop, taking showers, we stop brushing our teeth, we stop doing all those things. And that makes it harder for you to feel better. So in those moments, if you can just brush your teeth, or if you could just take a shower, even though you don't want to, or if you can just do that workout, even though you had a really bad day, or if you can just reach for the fruit instead of the candy, even though, you had a fight with your husband or you had a fight with your partner, right? Those decisions, those self-care decisions are what's going to help you mitigate and control your negative emotions. It's going to help you handle that stress that comes from the challenge and that comes from those hard times. And so every day when you wake up, it's going to be like you just reset, because that negative emotion isn't building up within you, right? It just gets worse and worse and worse. Every day you wake up, it gets harder and harder and harder to get out of bed in the morning. But if you know, okay, I'm going to do these self-care things that work for me, even though I don't feel like doing them all the time, that's how you build resilience. Start building some self-care routines into your daily schedule. I know that sounds like a lot, but it's actually not. Sitting in a chair for 5 minutes and just being quiet is self-care. Sitting in your chair for 5-10 minutes and meditating so that you can recenter is self-care. Sitting in your car after you get off work just so you can be alone for a second is self-care, okay? So there are simple things that you can do to build your resilience up, okay? Also, too, having routines like a motivation routine, which is something I also teach my clients, will help you control your emotions in those negative moments where you have to push through, right? For example, if you know you have to work out today, but you really don't feel like it, having a motivation routine in your back pocket is a game changer, because you can pop in a motivational playlist, or you can read, your motivational quotes on your phone, or you can look at your vision board and go, okay, I just reminded myself of why I'm doing this. So now I'm pumped up. I remember my goals. I remember who I'm trying to become. Let's freaking go. Now, last one. Number 4. I've saved the best for last, gang. This one is arguably the most important mind muscle to build in your lifetime. This is a mind muscle that I've actually struggled with myself, but it's a daily challenge. It's a daily improvement. So number 4 is patience, okay? And I say this one for last because arguably patience is a combination of the other 3 mind muscles that we just talked about: your discipline, your focus, and your resilience, okay? When you're not disciplined, it's really hard to be patient, right? Because you like instant gratification. When you're not focused, it's very hard to be patient because you can be distracted by anything, right? Oh, well, so-and-so said that I can lose weight by trying this, so I'm going to quit this program and I'm going to go over here and try this diet. Oh, well, so-and-so said that they tried these macros, so I'm going to quit my macros and I'm going to go over here and try those, right? Your focus is all over the place. So it's hard for you to stay patient and stay the course if your focus is everywhere, right? And then, of course, resilience. If you're down and it's hard for you to pick yourself back up, you're going to get real impatient in those challenging times when you're not in your comfort zone, right? Patience is a culmination of all 3 of these other muscles, you guys. This muscle, though, is the most rewarding to build. Like, I used to be the most impatient person I've ever met. Literally could not be patient for more than 5 seconds. And now I have been able to set goals and work towards them over the course of months and years without losing my motivation, without giving up, without losing my consistency. So I'm super proud of me. Gotta be your own cheerleader sometimes. I'm proud. Patience, by my definition, is how well you can stay present in the now, in the present moment, okay? What I mean by that, when somebody is truly being patient, when patience is a part of their state of being, they're not in the future with anxious thoughts. They're not in the past with regrets or with all the shoulda, coulda, wouldas, right? They're here in the present moment going, okay, what can I do right now that's going to move me forward in the right direction in the best way possible? And they're doing that moment by moment by moment. It's kind of what I try to do every single day. I wake up and I go, okay, what do I need to focus on? What are the 1 or 2 things that I need to accomplish today? Okay, cool. Now that I know that, I'm going to focus on staying present, staying in the now, and doing actions that are going to help me accomplish those 1 or 2 things that I set out to do today. This is how you build your patience, okay? So if you can focus on the present moment and increase the amount of time you're able to do that, you will increase your patience. Also, too, a great indicator of whether you're in the present moment or not is how you feel. Your emotions are like an internal compass. Okay, whenever you feel a negative emotion, that means there needs to be an adjustment made in your external life. For example, if you've ever felt stressed and overwhelmed, that is a sign that your workload or your lifestyle is too much, right? Instead of running from these emotions, you got to be present with them. If you are feeling lots of anxiety, if you're feeling lots of tension, right? Like if you're like, oh, why can't I just lose the weight now? Like, why isn't it happening? Why am I not seeing results? That's your impatience, your lack of patience getting to you. That's a sign right there that you need to adjust and get back into the present. Anxiety is a sign that your mind is in the future, but your body is here. That's where that tension comes from. If you are focused on the past and you're thinking retrospectively, right? Oh, I wish I would have done this. Oh, I wish I would have started last week. Oh, if I had just did what I said what I was going to do. And you're constantly doing that, you're going to feel regret. You're going to feel shame. You're going to feel remorse, right? All those icky feelings are signs and signals that your mind is behind you. That's it. So instead of running from those feelings and ignoring them, pay attention. Use that as a sign to go, okay, my head is not in the right space right now. Let me bring my mind back to the present and focus on taking the right actions now, the right moves today. If you can keep your head down and you can just grind it out, gang, I promise you, one day you're going to look up and you'll be like, oh my gosh, I lost all the weight. I've done all the things. I've been successful. Oh my God, it was like it happened overnight. Even though it's been like 3 months, I've been patient. So it feels like time has just been flying by. Okay? So I hope these 4 mind muscles were super helpful for you guys. I believe that cultivating these mind muscles is going to be a game changer. Okay? And I'm all about changing lives. So if you feel like this content, this value has affected you in any way, let me know down there in the comments, okay? I want to know that this is shifting your minds and shifting your life so that you can be a better, happier, healthier version of you. Also, too, if you have any more questions, feel free to reach out. I do free consultations, and there's a link below in the description box. I'm also on Instagram and TikTok, okay? So if you want to reach out and see some more of my good content, check those out. And also send me a DM and let me know you have questions, okay? All right. Have a good rest of your day, fam. I will see you guys in the next video.